Yo. Hey, welcome to 3 Awesome Geeks. I'm Sam. It's Wednesday. Let's do this. So you guys are gonna hate me, but yeah, it's Sam Likes Warren Ellis week again. I went to one of Binghamton's local comic shops, Jupiter Games, it's called. It's a nice place. Has games, obviously. Also comics. They were having a 25% off sale on all trade paperbacks. So guess what I got? All the volumes of Transmet that I was missing. Transmetropolitan, the greatest comic book ever written. Yeah, I said it. So, yeah, and we reviewed that on the podcast this past week, and then we promptly went out and I bought all the rest of the volumes. And since they were having a 25% off sale, I basically got the next two things for free. I won't get into the mathematics because that's boring. But I got these two. Warren Ellis's Crecy. Crecy, there we go, and Warren Ellis's Aetheric Mechanics. And one of them is, Crecy is a non-fiction graphic novel about the Battle of Crecy in France. And the other is, like, steampunk graphic fiction set in 1907 London. And there's strange metal floating objects, and yeah, I haven't actually read that one yet, but it looks really good, and I got it for like $4. So yeah. Also in comic geekery, I have been reading more of DMZ, which we will be reviewing this week on the podcast. Much more intriguing than what I thought the comic was going to be about when I checked in with you last week, and that's probably because I only read the first 3 pages before I decided to give you my uninformed opinions. So, yeah, about par for the course there. But no, DMZ is quite good. I won't say why it's different from the cliche that I was expecting, but yeah. So, review later on the podcast. I read something by one of my least favorite writers ever this past week, and I actually enjoyed it. I don't know where that came from. Mark Millar's American Jesus. Actually pretty good. It's one of the, it's like, if any of you have read Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, and if you haven't read Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, you should probably stop watching this and go read it right now! It's in the same vein. Like, a little kid finds out that he's got these mystical, religious, Judeo-Christian powers, and so he starts, like, doing Jesus miracles. Like, legit, like, turning water into wine to see if he can, and, you know, that sort of thing. Plot twist at the end. Really pretty intense. Decent characterization. And the gripe I have with it is that it is obviously Mark Millar writing this book. You just can't get away from the fact that it's Mark Millar, and it shows through in all of his dialogue, and that is why I don't like Mark Millar. But plot-wise, it's a pretty intriguing book, and he does create a few memorable characters, but it's so hard for me to get past. Webcomicery update. The wedding story arc crossover at Girls with Slingshots and Something Positive is still going on! And it's getting even more cool! I mean, it's almost over, which kind of depresses me, but really, Danielle Corsetto and Randy Milholland are just knocking this out of the park with every time. And I mean, Randy Milholland is doing the best writing of his life, I think, with this storyline, and really getting a grasp on other people's characters right off the bat, and developing his own main character even even more than has been previously. And on the Girls with the Slingshot side, I mean, I gush about Daniel Corsetto enough, so this is it's just awesome. So, read it, and if you don't, I'll cut you. Badly. The topic of the week, and going along with my feelings on American Jesus, what's something that you watched or read or saw or listened to by a particular artist or creator that you don't normally like, but that you enjoyed? It can be anything, musical artist, an author, just an actor. Give me something. American Jesus is mine. What's yours? Tell me about it in the comments. Bree, I'll see what you have to say on Friday at last. And Jason, we'll see you back here on Monday. Today has been Wednesday, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Take it easy.